And hello, there we are. We've made it. We're here. The absolute light bite with our new intro, which means I don't have to press any buttons. So it's lovely. Hello and welcome to good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whenever you're watching this. Welcome to the absolute light bite with, of course, I'm back. Who else could I be back with on the special Ducks and Dale absolute light bite? Charlotte, how are you?
I'm really good, thank you. How are you?
Yes, I'm not too bad. I'm not too bad. We missed you on Monday because, of course, it was a very special weekend to Charlotte, wasn't it? It was your birthday, so happy birthday to you. What a wonderful day. And then happy birthday to Bobby as well. A double celebration in Charlotte's house. How were things?
Thank you. Yeah, it was a really good weekend, apart from obviously Dale depressing me, having to lose on my birthday. Had to snap it back down to reality, don't I? But apart from that, it was really, really good. Thank you. Really enjoyed it.
Awesome. Did you both have a joint party?
Well, it was really funny actually, because Bobby actually had a party on my birthday. So on my birthday, it was a football party. So it was loads of boys, loads of girls playing football. So yeah, it was really fun, really good.
Lovely stuff. And we almost got there with the Rochdale result. We won't talk too much about it, but there we go. And what do you say in the chat? Lisa, hi Charlotte, did you have a good birthday? Of course, yes. Charlotte is back today. A year older, a year wiser.
I know. I'm not mature though. I still act like a child.
Well, that's good.
That's a good or bad thing.
That's a good thing for the podcast, we find, because we were just talking about this off air, and we picked the topic today, and it's mascots, football mascots, because sometimes we have serious light bites, and sometimes we have little fun. Let's talk about something random and silly. So that's what we've gone with today. We're going with mascots. Shall we kick straight in, shall we? Football mascots.
Yeah.
You, I know, have a bit of a story, don't you, with Rochdale's mascot? There's a story you wanted to tell.
Yeah, so I've got two. Everyone always says when I go on about a story, they're always really intrigued. I think it was you and Josh, weren't it, when you said,
yeah, we're always like, where are we going with this?
Story. It's always going to be.
It's always the start we look for.
So I'll start with the most recent one. Our mascot, Desmond the Dragon, actually ended up, one of the Gillingham fans tweeted when we recently played them and said, oh, he's really enthusiastic. The best bit about Rochdale, because obviously our team weren't great that day, weren't a great performance. The mascot was great, but what is he? He's supposed to be a dragon, but he has rabbit ears. So anyway, I ended up tweeting this Gillingham fan, and I was like, don't judge, this is my childhood hero.
This is my hero.
He used to say his mum isn't a rabbit and his dad's a dragon, you know, like joking. And anyway, match of the day actually posted what had been put. So yeah, that was quite funny, and that's my first story. My second story of Desmond the Dragon was, I remember, this was a good few years ago. I was only a young girl at the time, so obviously, yeah, 31 now, so many years ago. Many years ago. I remember Rochdale playing Halifax, and it was a night match, and for some reason I've got in my head it was a Friday night match, and I think it was on TV. I'm not 100% sure about that, but it was back in the day when obviously the away team would bring the mascots as well, so it was quite fun. And I remember Desmond the Dragon and this, I'm sure it was a fox, having a fight, like a full-on brawl on the pitch. And then anyway, Desmond the Dragon ended up getting like dragged off. And for the programme, like the next few weeks, it was behind bars, like his picture in the programme. It was behind bars. So yeah, that's a funny mascot story. And obviously it had to be our one as well.
To be yours at the top of the naughty list, or at least the top of the disciplinary charge. Winning the disciplinary charts. Desmond the Dragon. Maybe that's what we've missed.
Story.
I think that's what we've missed. We've got YouTube boxing, but we need mascot boxing. It'd be so much fun.
That'd be funny. That'd be so funny.
Bless Desmond. The thing is, you said the away one's always fun. Have you had any other dramas with away fans, away fan mascots? Any causing, because they like to rile up the crowds, don't they? The mascots.
Yeah. Not really from what I can remember, but I won't mention his name. But one of my friends who obviously he's a big football fan. He's a Bradford fan, and he's actually the one who dresses up as a Bradford mascot as well. And he was saying, apparently when we play them, I think it's in April, he's going to come down. I think he's doing like a sponsored walk for charity, dressed in his mascot suit, and he's going to come down and like rile up the fans. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that one. And he gets very into it as well with all the fans and stuff, and he's very into it, like riling up the away fans, the crowd, just from me like speaking to him and him telling me some of his stories. So yeah, that should be quite fun.
It should be good. Bit of mascot rivalry. And so I think Lisa laughed at one of the girls in the Sandy Lane. One woman going, Desmond. Yeah, good old Desmond.
That was probably me.
That was probably you. As you know, we love a Desmond, because Desmond for us is a 2-2, of course, in the 2-2 world. And a double Desi is a 4-4, which is the thing that we dream about on the pod, is a 4-4 special game to talk about. One of these days we'll get a double Desi. And Chris has touched on something we wanted to talk about as well. The mascot race at the Vitality Blast finals day. Yes, they do for cricket. And do you remember the football one they used to do? Because they used to show it on like Football Focus or something. I think it was about the time of the Grand National. I think they'd actually do it at Aintree or something. And they had to do hurdles and everything.
Yes. Oh, that was really funny. I can never remember. There was like one who used to like win it quite a lot, but I can never remember who it was.
There was like the Usain Bolt of mascots. You should just burn everybody else. And then you'd have like Cyril the Swan on that, like elbowing people at the back. He was always one of the naughty ones with his big swansy neck, just whacking people.
And he'd always be one at the back who just was a total nightmare, bless him, but just went just because he got forced to off the football club.
Didn't see them. They was like walking at the back, like you can tell angry in their mascot suit. Why am I here? Why am I here? Absolute classics. Yeah, there's some quality mascots. And we've been searching around today, and we've had a right laugh already, trying to look at some of the best mascots from
yes, please.
from around. So if you bear with me, I'm just going to try and set my second screen up. I'm probably go a bit dark here while this happens. But bear with me. So here we go. This is the first one. Are you ready?
I'm so excited for this.
Here we go. It's the one and only Wigan mascot, Krusty the Pie. What do we make of Krusty the Pie, Shah?
I think this is literally, being a Northerner, a fellow Northerner, this is literally my dream, a pie mascot, because we're partial to a pie as Northerners, as everyone knows. So this is actually my dream. I just wish it was a real pie.
You wish it was a real pie.
But I love it.
I love it. It does everything it says on the tin, doesn't it? It's a fabulous Krusty Pie. Krusty Pie. Chris again sort of tells me about running in the costumes. I mean, imagine that. I mean, you'd have to take a wide berth to get round Krusty, wouldn't you? Coming round the bend, in a 200-meter dash.
Do you know what I love about Krusty the most? His little hat on top still.
It's his little hat.
He is literally me as a mascot. If I was a mascot, that would be me, because I love pies. He's in blue. Blue's one of my favourite colours, and he's got a hat on, and I love a hat. So
exactly,
yeah,
he's living the dream. And he's got some serious clodhoppers on down here as well. I mean, look at the size of these; they're pretty impressive as well. Good work, Krusty. And so we've got another one here for you as well. Another classic, I think, coming up. This is from Partick Thistle. Apparently, his name is Kingsley, and I think the whole premise, I think it's to do with a charity. So I think there was some link towards it, but I think it was also just to create press around it. I mean, it's angry. It's the monobrow. I think I like the most. So yeah, I mean, very very unique effort from Partick Thistle there. So we have Kingsley of Partick Thistle.
Do you know what it looks like? Me attempting to draw a star. You know, when I'm like, when I'm trying to draw a picture for my kids, and I'm like trying to be a really good artist, but I really fail at drawing, and it's like my bad attempt at drawing a star or a sunshine.
Well, exactly, yeah. And Chris asked a very good question about. We won't say that, but he doesn't like wearing that. Can they see? I think this is the question with some of these things. I mean, where's the eye holes in that? Is it through the nostrils?
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it the nostrils, or like would it be like near the mouth? I don't even know.
It could be the nostrils, and I'm confused because those trousers look like they're back to front. I think he's standing around the other way. I think his eyes are at the back, and he's standing round.
I hope he gets paid a lot to wear that, because I'd be absolutely fuming if that was my job. Or he must really love the club.
I think they love the club, because I think my story, I think I might have told this on the pod before, that my uncle is the mascot for the Milton Keynes Lightning ice hockey team. He is Pucky. He is Pucky, and he loves it. Absolutely loves it. Loves the club. He'd do anything for him, and so he's become the mascot. So I can imagine him getting in some issues as well. And the next one coming up is here, and I picked this one for two reasons. This is the Jolly Green Giant of Yeovil, who I like because he just doesn't look, I think, more menacing than jolly. Is what I would say.
I love his reaction. The guy's staring him out.
The guy's looking sort of like, I'm really not sure if this is okay. I mean, he's really the camera. He's like, I'm not taking a picture of you. You are scary. He's quite tall as well. It's quite intimidating, I would imagine, for the kids.
It reminds me of like a mascot version of the Hulk.
He does indeed.
Like the Hulk dressed in a football kit. Yeah,
he does indeed. A green Smurf, yes, spot on. I mean, he's something else. And I think so, yeah, decent. Imagine Jim and Jack doing, I think, talking back to the race.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's the pose, I think. It's the pose and the nose. I think that gets me the most with him. It's the least Jolly Green Giant I think I've ever seen.
I tell you what, though, I like his hat again. I'm really liking the hats on these mascots. I think I need one myself.
You do. Go around stalking cameramen with your big legendary hat on. And so I've got two more at the moment from the UK. So the next one. Now, the question I have for you, Charlotte, you've been in for many football games. You love a good football game. Have you ever been at a football game and thought, do you know what I need to sort when I get home? What's going on with the heating scenario in my house? What can I do about the heating and the hot water? And the question is, you go to West Brom, of course, for Boiler Man.
What's that?
For the combi boiler of Boiler Man.
Is there any story behind why you've got that, or did we just think, do you know what? We'll just, was it on the scrap yard or something? So we thought, you know what? I know what I'll do.
We need to stick him in something. Stick him in the boiler. It will be fine. I think it links to the sponsorship they had. I would hope so. I think it's the Ideal Heating, I presume. But I mean, yeah, why not? Kids love a combi boiler.
That is my next fancy dress outfit. Next time I go to a fancy dress party, I'm going to wear one of them.
That's it.
Just for this pod and this episode, I'm going to go as a boiler.
The Halloween episode. Just a boiler short. I mean,
with the witch's hat on top.
With the witch's hat. I mean, at least it's got the detail and everything, isn't it? I mean, that can't be comfortable to wear. That's just a giant box with your hands and your legs out the side of the bottom.
Like we were saying, though, like on the last on one of the other costumes, like where would they see out of? Where would you see out of that?
Well, you've got no chance, have you? I mean,
is it just hope for the best? Like...
It's hope for the best, because I mean, if you fall over, you're going flat. There's nothing you can do. That combi boiler's in trouble. And so, yeah, warm baggies, Lisa. Exactly right. Warm baggies.
Yeah, at least they're warm. At least they're nice and warm, whoever's in that one.
It must be toasty. I mean, wearing them in the summer as well must be horrible when it's particularly toasty in there. And so the final one I've got from England is... What do you think the name? I was going to ask what you think the name of this one is, but it's possibly a bit dangerous.
What is that?
This is, to be fair, in fact, this is linked, I think, to a male cancer cause that was released by Everton. So it was a temporary one, I think, and so obviously around male cancer and all the rest of it. So the serious issue, I know what we're doing, but just the name of this mascot was Mr. Testicles. Mr. Testicles.
It is good about raising awareness, though. It really is.
And it's clever and it's worked. Yeah. And it worked because it's impactful.
Imagine having to be the guy that I bet he gets some stick off his mates.
What do you want me to do today, boss? I can do anything. I can clean the boots. I can get this. I'll get the half-time oranges in. Wow. Here we go. But I think it was loved so much, apparently. There is a petition online to bring back Mr. Testicles at Everton. So there we go. I will leave this open for Josh if he wants to, because I'm sure he would love to make a joke about Everton and this picture or whatever. It's open for you. I've given you an open goal here, so feel free.
Nah,
But we're going to stay away from it.
I reckon Josh would like to wear the outfit. I reckon that is Josh in there. I reckon
He's
the one who dresses up
he's
as
got
Mr.
it.
Testicles.
That's where I think that's where his hate for Everton comes from, because they dressed him an entire season in a Mr. Testicles outfit.
He's gonna hate me.
Oh dear. I can only imagine.
We've caught you out, Josh. We've caught you out.
We have all this. Yeah, we know what your work really is. Combi boilers and Mr. Testicles at the weekend. There we go. I did have some other stuff to talk about, but this is more fun just going through funny pictures, I think. So we'll see what we can do for all of them. While we're doing that, we will mention, Josh wanted to mention, talking of him, about World Cup Willie, of course, a very famous mascot.
Yes.
That you two, I think, discussed before with a very famous song. So we do want to shout out another Lite bite that is on the playlist. If you want to go back and have a look at a certain time at music, then you will see Charlotte and Josh singing.
Yeah.
World Cup Willie. 1966 World Cup winning tune that was. So I mean, as I just got a click, obviously I'm a Manchester United fan, as we've mentioned a few times on the podcast in the past. We're Fred the Reds, and we sort of gained another Fred in the meantime. So I hadn't seen him for a while because he's been in midfield. but Fred the Red, I had Fred the Red wallpaper. I had a proper Fred the Red wallpaper. Yeah, with him kind of round as the Red Devil. He was a cool, because there was a card shop called Birthdays, and it had upstairs had a Man United section, and then it had like smaller bits for all the smaller clubs, like Arsenal and Liverpool, those teams. So they had a little corner.
I like it.
And then Man United had like 3/4 of the shops and everything. So it was absolutely superb. It really was good. Chris is going to check it. Yes, do. It's a classic. That was a good one. Music and football. As Charlotte and Josh sang some wonderful tunes for you, of course. So I'm just pulling this one up, and then we'll go through these, because I've got 5 more of the words with massive areas to choose. I'm just going to shut this one up first. I just love this one. It's the duo, I think, that we have here. So this is from Spain, and this is Real Valladolid. And I like the fact that I presume it's supposed to be a castle, but he comes off a bit like Bananas in Pajamas.
He reminds me of Bananas in Pajamas with a crown on.
With a crown on the top. It's absolutely superb. And then mixed with this wolf. So he just looks happy. Just happy.
I like that one.
Whether the person in it is happy is another matter, but I do like that one. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's my favourite so far.
That's a super good one.
Big smile. He looks really happy to be at football.
He's happy to be there, and then we've got this wolf attacking thing.
Yeah, he's been made to do it.
He's been made to do it. It's a lovely combination for those two. I mean, it must be hot in Spain to be a mascot too. Yeah. I mean, over here you'll probably be quite happy some days to be a mascot. You'll be dry and warm. Yeah, I can imagine. Next up, we've got, this is a very, very different one. So this is Timber Joey, right? So what happens here is,
oh wow,
this is in MLS, so Major League Soccer. This is Portland Timbers.
Yeah,
you might see the link here with the timber, and apparently I don't know if he does it anymore, but this is Timber Jim. There's Timber Jim, I think, and Timber Joey. And Timber Joey, every time Portland score, he cuts a bit of wood off the tree. He cuts some timber piece. I mean, whether they give it to anybody, what they do with this timber, I don't know. I suppose it links to their timber, so it's unique, I suppose. So, very different.
I tell you what, imagine if Dale had one of them, it'd never be picked off.
There'd be some serious trees. Be some serious trees. And Lisa's popped up with, she'd be all right with the testicle one. Oh, classic. I mean, there's some sawdust to clear up as well there, to be fair. So he's having a great day. So yeah, so that's 2 down of the worldwide ones, and then we're going to go here. And I picked this fella here because
oh my gosh, it looks like Scooby-Doo.
He's put on steroids. I mean, this guy's absolutely juiced.
Have you ever seen the Scooby-Doo movie when Scrappy-Doo turns into that big, like,
He
robot?
does.
It looks like that.
He gets his muscles out. I mean,
Yeah.
I've never seen guns like it. That's ridiculous. I mean,
I
that
know.
guy's absolutely pumped. This is from Club Tijuana, which I think is Mexico. I think Zola Mayor, I think his name is. But I mean, it's a Dharma Traore. I mean,
I
he's
know.
absolutely hulked. This guy. He looks. That's scary, isn't it? Would you
That is
imagine your kids meeting that? It's the face on it as well,
know.
and you can see the eyes. I think because you can see the eyes. I'd love it if underneath there was a guy who's just skinny and about 5 foot. It's just like inflated.
Imagine asking him for a picture. You wouldn't know, like, whether he's saying yes or no. He's just
No.
like staring you out. It's like, can I have
He's
a
just
picture,
got
please?
that permanent Antonio Conte angry look,
Yeah.
no matter what's going on. So, well, the guys in front of him seem to be enjoying it, so they're having a great time. So after this, we've got 2 more to go. After the last one's random, it's a bit random, but the next one coming up. So we're going back to Spain. This is Leganés, and this is this is Super Pepino.
Oh,
There's Super Pepino. He is a cucumber. He is
I
a
like
cucumber.
that one. It reminds
But
me of a Ninja Turtle a little
This
bit.
is it. I think it's the Ninja Turtle with the eyes, and
Yeah.
but I mean that doesn't look comfortable. That head, if I'm
No.
honest,
No.
that looks pretty plastic, and yeah, he's pretty special, and I like his pose as well. And he's got a cape. You know, a good cape always adds to a costume. So
The good thing is about his plastic head is maybe if a ball ever hit him, or if like you get some like nasty fans trying to throw things, at least he'd be protected.
it would bounce off, yeah, or land on his stalk. He could collect onion rings.
Yeah.
Like that game, it'd be like that game of Donutters that used to have the thing on the top. So that is Super Pepino, and coming up to last, right? This is Toronto. I couldn't find a better picture than this, so it's very pixelated.
Oh,
but this is a hawk, right?
is that a real one?
It's a hawk that keeps the seagulls away from the stadium as a kind of protector. But the best bit is the name of the hawk. Do you want a gander at what the name might be? A guess what it could be? This is Bitchy the hawk. His job is literally to scare away the seagulls. Absolute legend.
I like it.
The legend of Bitchy the hawk.
I like it.
There we go. Some absolute classics there, I think we found.
Oh, I love that.
I'll tell you what, there's so many good ones though. I think we're going to end up having to do a second one of these sometime, I think.
Do you know what I do really like as well? It's always been one of my favourites. The Arsenal one, the dinosaur.
Gunnosaurus,
I
yeah.
honestly think he's such a good one. I just love dinosaurs as well. So
the dinosaur theme. Didn't he get? I think there was something. He got sacked, and he was made redundant. I remember Arsene Wenger making a big thing of it. There was a big drama with Gunnosaurus.
Yeah.
Whether is he still the mascot? I don't know.
I can't remember. We'll have to look into it and maybe do another light bite all about Gunnosaurus.
All about Gunnosaurus, yeah.
We'll get
Lucas's specialist subject.
Do you know what I do think though? Like, what would happen? Imagine like losing your footing or like falling over or tripping over, but being dressed as a mascot. Like
it must happen a lot.
Yeah.
Because I mean, around the side of the pitches, it's not always that much space, is there? There's the cameras, and there can be all sorts of people standing around, and like,
and also like your sight is limited because obviously you're in that outfit. So imagine like a rainy day and slipping.
Yeah, before you know it, you're in the front row. You could just sort of slip off and do stuff. But yeah, there's been some classics. I remember Cyril the Swan and getting in trouble. He used to get in trouble.
Yes.
He was one I think that used to deliberately get in issues with other fans, but I mean it adds to it, doesn't it? The thing I like about Mascots is it's fun. Everything else for football can be so serious, there's so much on the line, it's stressful for everybody, but a good mascot shaking his fist at the away fans gives it a bit of that.
It's like for me as well, like obviously I mentioned it on my episode of the podcast, but that was like one of the first reasons I loved going to football as a young kid, and I think it gets the kids more invested as well, like seeing a mascot and seeing someone like dressed up and in that whatever it may be, whether it be Desmond the Dragon, Fred the Red. I think that kind of like for the younger generation and the younger set of fans. I think it's vital as well.
They do look to it, don't they? And then so look, you got I think Stamford the Lions, another one for Chelsea that you've got there, and they do. The mascot is something they see and they'll be looking out for in the crowd, particularly waiting for the game. Like there's not a lot going on, to be honest. It's there for the first period, just standing around, but to look at a funny man in a suit or funny lady in a fluffy dinosaur costume will get you through that minutes before the game starts. No, that was good. We need to, I think Mascots 2.0. So,
it has to be us two as well. No one else is allowed to do it.
We have to do Mascots 2.0 and say, Chris is exactly right. The Swansea mascot needed an Asbo. I think he did. I think he got done eventually.
Yeah.
I think Lisa referring to the hawk. That's me to the away players. Definitely I think Mascot 2.0, and say if you have any cracking mascots or whatever, do send them in. Tag the pod on Twitter. That's Absolute Ball Pod on Twitter. Let us know if you find any cracking mascots.
If you actually dress up as a
funny stories, get some mascot stories in. Into the mascot, definitely mascot themed show. So much content around mascots. But that's flown by. Say we were we say we were looking forward to tonight because we wanted to talk mascots and some funny stories and funny things. But we've flown by, so it's time for us to go. But it's been lovely to be here. And Charlotte, where can everybody find you?
I'm most active on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. I'm SharXREFC. On my Her Game 2 Rochdale stuff is Rochdale HGT on all of them as well. Or find me on here. Especially on the Lite Bite with Sam every Thursday or Wednesday.
Every Thursday or Wednesday. We'll find a time. Yeah, we've moved it this week because we didn't want you to miss out. We didn't do one last week, so we thought we can't go 2 weeks without Lite Bite. No. So we managed to fit it in. And so you can find me. I'm Sam on Up the FM Ducks is all my handles on the socials. So that's Twitter, that's TikTok, that's Instagram as well. My YouTube channel. Website too. There's all stuff, but it's all Up the FM Ducks, and of course the Absolute Football Podcast. Do show us your love on Twitter, TikTok, the Absolute Football Podcast with clips from the previous shows. We have great stuff on the Instagram and interesting bits in there, and do subscribe and follow the YouTube channel if you're not already. That would be great, so we can bring you more of this fun stuff. Would be superb. But for now, thank you very much, everybody, and we will catch you soon. Bye bye.